do see that the winner of this goes on to play Water. We'll also see that Tiki is going to go on to play Vince, and we mentioned this earlier, but this entire what?
Tiki lost. I think by losing the bracket issue there was actually
Oh, okay. You know what? We're close. But anyways, look at the full screen.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I still want Turtle to also have a good game. But like, if OSW wins, I won't be disappointed. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
All right,
we are off. Turtle's got the hand cam. I love that. Tabs out into the stream right before the match starts. It says 1, and he tabs out into the stream and back into Tetra.
Priorities, you know?
Insane from Turtle. Insane.
It seems like it doesn't matter though. They find a great out there, counting to 4, and now OSW is the one building back to back. Turtle brings it down though. I'm surprised OSW wasn't forced to break there. There it is. There's the break. And yeah, Turtle just like spamming attack here. And now they have the speed advantage, which is counterintuitive to what you would think after the warm-up. Both players, though, I say that when they're both sitting at 4-piece PPS.
Absolutely. And we're going to see a break from OSW as Turtle's doing a little bit of plonking, decides to break. That's a misdrop and a half from OSW. Turtle gets the point. That's insane that we can see Turtles. That is just... And the laptop, it's great. I love it. OSW with a couple of misdrops, start us off, but gets a T-spin on the way down. Turtle in this LST, this 2-7 stack. OSW breaks with a spike, but is left with the -13 at the top of the board. That's going to be Turtle breaking. OSW has the board state to handle what's coming in, but the follow-up comes through. OSW survived. Both players about neutral.
That did nothing. I'm surprised that Turtles FSA did absolutely nothing to OSW. Who actually takes that What? Was that an accidental tank from Turtle? I need to watch back the stream, because they had a copy into a down stack.
It was an eye mess drop.
Oh, I'm seeing it now, yeah. Wow. After all that, it's decided by misdrop. We are 1-all. The cut copy for Turtle into a down stack they don't take with the JL? Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of strategic timing of attacks in this rule set.
Speaking of which...
Yeah, that is one of them, for sure.
Holy hell. The back-to-back builds, they did three all spins in a row into breaking back-to-back into a T-spin quad, I think? I think that was the sequence of events we just saw?
OSW with a pretty high up stack right here. Turtle breaks. OSW doesn't break quite yet. There's going to be the down stack, the 18 spike. But Turtle gets that back-to-back going yet again. Breaks with a 29 spike. OSW towards the top, but looking good for now. Counts to 4. Hesitates a little bit on that Z kick, but gets things going well enough. Gets a T-spin, gets some more T-spins, and we are again about relatively even, but that eye piece is just so late in the bag for OSW, and Turtle finds a third.
Off we go again. And a Turtle finding a crazy donation early on, not really defaulting to any sort of known opener that I'm aware of. Good finds here, though, to clean things up. Yeah, Turtle just really clean with these T-spin doubles. Into the overhang was... Now I'm a fan. OSW with a misdrop there at the top of the board. Brings it back down, though, enough just to survive any sort of simple attacks here. But Turtle chaining them together now. OSW opens up their well, accesses nicely, and sends a 20. Just to either buy this up a little bit of time. The time means nothing
here. Yeah, and there's a very nice well for OSW. Turtle at the bottom of the board, tanking for some material there. Has the back-to-back advantage. Going to see what they do. Gets into the next well. That's a very nice 2-7 well from Turtle. That's an LSD stack starting, and this is looking bad for OSW. That minus is only going to continue to grow at this pace, and that is going to be the 42 spike from Turtle. But OSW survival. The pieces are perfect.
They turn around with the tank! I can't believe that OSW had it out there and actually managed to turn that back around. That was amazing! Having access to that well and immediately just finding a perfect T-spin double over the top of one chunk and then just taking a double quad to the next one. Wow. That was exactly what they needed to do. And they take it the round with a 29!
Yo.
We're back to even.
Sorry, okay, 3 all. And let's see if Turtle can get a hang on these misdrops. There's going to be the SD spin coming through, some plonking, get that attack going.
Oh my god, OSW just caught on fire for a moment there.
Turtle.
Yeah, double misdrop from Turtle is not fantastic. Still counting the pull, keeping things nice and clean. OSW with a really heavy stack to the right, putting all the weight on the right, finding a floating. And yeah, just has a really nice break there into a crazy 25, but it does not phase Turtle. They're okay, and they're actually sending back now.
Yeah, Turtle having a little bit of messy garbage there. It's not really going to bother them too much. There is a break, but a nice STSD setup to follow this up. Turtle just spamming attack from the bottom of the board, and there's a very fast 2-7 up stack. Going to try to get some damage here. These well transfers are gorgeous from Turtle in the 38 spike. Well timed.
Yeah,
well
OSW just messing around there on top of the board. Did not really have a lot of options there. Was trying to spin that S piece in. OSW with the offset T-spin there. I love OSW's state there, having the T-spin into the double Tetra. Oh my
Misdrop
gosh.
from Turtle. Misdrop from Turtle. OSW, are they going to find the damage quickly enough? They do. Tie it up.
Yeah, they had to sort of hang around there for a little bit and find something after a misdrop with the Z, but eventually found the outgoing attack to take that round and bring it back to 4-0. This is so close. We're 4-0. We've been tied up like 3 times, I think. OSW with a cut copy into a cut copy? Hello?
But this is the close matchup that the fans want to see, us included. There's going to be Turtle feeling the pressure and OSW taking the lead. A CPC spin versus a C-spin opener. And then a misdraw. That's not really recoverable. And we're tied again.
Another tie.
PCO stack versus C-spin opener.
Okay, I love the
nice
center well
for Turtle.
Yeah, that was clean. Finds a nice ledge there for their T-spin. Going into the back-to-back building here. Breaks on a 27 spike. OSW, though, alive and well. Actually, more than well. Having access to their well. Sends an 18.
Yeah, Turtle just not finding enough follow-up damage there. Maybe having difficulty reading OSW's kind of attack cadence. That's something that you'll use often to try to figure out when it's a good time to spike is, you know, the patterns at which your opponent is attacking. So maybe thought they had the timing and didn't, and now they've got the -10 on their board. Oh, and a misdrop from Turtle.
OSW doesn't follow it up, though, with as much as I think they'd like. And despite having an eyepiece, Turtle's going to hang there and OSW takes the lead. There's a really cool play there where OSW bailed on their floaty boy and just completely... Just, I think they broke their back-to-back at a weird time.
Is
maybe
that
could have taken that
DT
round.
cannon?
That looked like DT. What a weird
How
one
was
to pull out.
DT cannon in 2026, everyone?
You gotta whip out a classic
it.
sometime.
But with a very nice well and easy access to it. Going to continue building up the back-to-back, that 12 back-to-back advantage, setting up the mech heart shape, just getting a ton of back-to-back and breaking it in this 27 spike. OSW doesn't have to get out. We're at another tie.
6 to... Oh no, OSW, for once, man, can you drop a round? Please. Please. Please, man. I can't do this. I can't handle a chat of 150 people screaming a certain number. I love that setup from Turtle there. Thank God. Cool. OSW
We all
doing
know I
God's
would have
work
been one of the
there.
ones to type it. And OSW with a misdrop early on, forcing them into some all spins. Turtle, sidewell access.
Ooh, really nice. This is going to give them a good spike there of around 20 into the double T-spin, into the triple T-spin. Well, not the T-spin, triple, the triple T-spin. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All spins from Turtle, donations. Turtle with a back-to-back advantage right now breaks and sees the -9 on the board. Both players break. Turtle up at the top, but survives and starts with the down stack. This is potentially going to be a really strong down stack for Turtle. OSW getting
Lovely
some
donation.
T-spins and creating some pressure.
Turtle with the C-spin here to send a little bit more back, though, and building into the fractal now. I feel like this is slowly turning the other way as Turtle begins to go back-to-back first. Finds a nice floaty boy, but misdrops, and so does OSW. Battle of the misdrops here. There's a cleanup with the S-spin from Turtle, who gets sent to 10 attack, and there's a lot of potential at the top of the board here. Needs to access the well, does just barely in time. OSW has no pressure there, and now he's on the back foot completely. He's turned around. OSW bringing it down with a 19 spike. Turtle neutralizing.
OSW with another misdrop. That's like the third one from OSW, and that one is just not recoverable like the others. That was some really clean gameplay from both sides. It is so cool to see a round with that much back and forth in this rule set. Not as common as I'd like it to be, but that was a cinematic round.
It was really clean.
Turtle having to break here, left with an awkward board state. Gets into the first well, clears into the second, but OSW may have the opportunity here.
Yeah, OSW with a lot of potential here. Does just place that J in a pretty haphazard way to prioritize the T-spin. Turtle with the floaty boy into a fractal, into another delayed fractal with a missing cell at the bottom. Yeah, Turtle's just finding T-spin after T-spin like it's nobody's business. Finds a nice ledge there for the T-spin single, and then into the T-spin double. Just building back-to-back here with a 15 lead over OSW.
OSW accidentally broke back-to-back and just decided to follow it up with a combo, and there is an STSD, but the misdrop is still looming on OSW's board and eventually catches
that. That was really weird. I think that OSW, like, they misdropped the eyepiece before they had built the overhang. Like, they want to take the quad after the STSD was, like, you know, midway through, but then they just threw their stack away, prioritizing that STSD, and then Turtle just capitalized on that messy board afterwards.
Yeah,
really
speaking of a
interesting
bad stack, OSW not looking too great right now. A lot of weight on top of that well, and it is going to be a match point for Turtle.
OSW needs 5 in a row to, or no, they only need 4 in a row to bring this to the +2 state.
And this is going to be OSW with a slight back-to-back advantage. Turtle breaks. OSW has to break as well and left in a pretty even state. Turtle going to be in a better spot to get that back-to-back going. Actually, just kidding.
That was, they just defied logic there for a moment. And I think that despite me having a favorite, I have to concede the Turtle has taken that set. Very well earned. OSW, unfortunately, your effort was not enough, and we're going to be saying goodbye to you today. The harvest claims.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you expect from rank 2 in the last TWC? Yeah. I mean, Turtle, a very well-balanced, well-experienced player,